Hello everyone, this is Josephine and next to me is Jackie. Okay, we are here to present our presentation on EII curriculum review and evaluation. In the following slide, we will address the important parts such as how you would describe this curriculum unit to another elementary teachers, what are the benefits and examples for the benefits, and what are the concerns, which is like advantages and disadvantages of the book which we read. And now this slide is like the book we were allocated to read. This is like designing a bridges for the kids from the grade 2 to grade 5. It depends on which grade you're teaching. And next is like a general introduction where what is EII and what it is saying in the book. The EII is Engineering in Elementary Educator Resource. It's a great tool to teach kids in a fun way. It leads to integrative learning method because it is connecting all the subjects to one activity they are working on by reading, writing, everything. And also this can be classified as project based or design based since they are working on some designs in some projects. As everyone know, if you're doing something in sitting in the class, like learning from morning to evening, it's like bored thing. Everyone wanted to work outside and learn some things which will be fun rather than like remembering everything. So this curriculum makes the children to do hands-on projects and experiments where the kids will be actively involved in all the things they are doing. Doing projects and activities can make the kids to learn the subjects with interest and they can remember for lifelong. Okay, the first thing I'm going to address here is how would you describe the curriculum unit to another teacher? Okay, this is the outline of the book which we are assigned to read. The first one is a resource guide and it is divided into two, the storybook and a complete guide. The storybook is about the story of a little boy who is like playing with the children, playing with his sister and just falling from the ground, and he wanted to design a bridge to reach the fort he built. So he's working with his stepdad and creating a bridge. That's the book says all about. So the next part of the book is a complete guide. The complete guide of a book is divided into four parts, where there is a preparatory lesson and lesson 1 to 4 and assessments. The assessment is further divided into pre-assessment and post-assessment. The pre-assessment will have, like, before you teach the kids, you can give the pre-assessment questions where you can analyze the growth of the children using the post-assignment after they complete the entire project. After that, you can evaluate the sheet and you can submit to your higher authority to say like how it was helpful. And also this can be like submitted as an example for the growth of the children. The overview of the project is the general introduction of the book. This has the basic information of how the curriculum is organized and the materials are organized, what are the materials available, how to prepare for the lesson. It's like giving basic information for the teachers who don't know or how to work with this type of projects. And the second is like preparatory lessons. Preparatory lessons is like what are the preparation they have to take before giving the children this type of activities. They have guiding questions like what to teach. Like sometimes the things you are teaching may mislead the children, like how they may mistakenly take engineering as only technology. But here in this chapter, they clearly define what is what. And the next are lesson 1 to 4, where they are giving a brief introduction about like a step-by-step introduction for everything. The first one is like what is bridges, like what are the different types of bridges, where they are learning different bridges across the United States. They also learn like what are the type of bridges built, what is world's largest bridge, everything. So they are learning all the type of geographical locations with the learning of what are the bridges available in the United States. The second lesson is learning about pushes and pulls, where they are learning all the technical terms of physics. So they are coming to know, like in a ordinary life, just working, like walking is a the physical activities we are doing is like some type of physics related things, forces, motions, everything. So the lessons gives brief introduction about what is forces, what is pushes, pulls, everything. This has the same kind of stereotypes as like introduction, some teachers tip, and what to do, everything, the activities, assessments, keywords, answers. Lesson 3 is like understanding bridge. This gives kids to work on activities like how to understand what a bridge is, like how they are used, and before they have they been to any bridges, everything. And they have the same stereotype as lesson 1 and lesson 2, like how they are like introduction and brief introduction, what they are going to do, assessment, answer keys. The same for lesson 3 and lesson 4. Lesson 4 is like after designing your testing all the bridges, and that's all. The next part is assessment, where you are giving design briefs of the like bridges you are going to develop, and it's like assigned in a proper way with answer keys. They have like different types of designing things where the students can learn everything. Similarly, they have the vocabulary to learn, so they can learn the meanings of the technical terms, and it's a perfect guide for the teachers to teach the kids in a very integrative way, because they are learning math by calculating the distance, and they are learning social by knowing the geographical spaces. They are learning the English, writing English, because they are learning vocabularies, and also they are learning about science, which is the major part of STEM learning. So the next slide will be explained by Jackie.
Okay. EIE curriculum is a completely integrative learning program. It is a great way to get STEAM started at a younger age and help students to create dispositions of critical thinking, decision-making, and how to learn from failure. Whether building a bridge or solving a real-world problem, students engage in build teamwork skills and learn to try again when faced with challenge. The first part is a beneficial one. In the design bridge process, there are several positive features which are particularly beneficial to students. Firstly, as an engineering design-based learning process, the lessons approach that intentionally integrate and concepts and practice of science and other subjects such as language, art, social studies, histories, etc. Here are some pictures from this book, and we can see it includes physics, math, and history. Secondly, the learning process gives students a deeper understanding which leads to long-term understanding. By offering students a hands-on, collaborative, and reflective learning experience, Design Bridge follows the 5 steps for engineering design. Students face the real-world problem, how to build a bridge, and answer it by creating a project and improve it. The whole process which helps them fully learn new skills and knowledge. In addition, the learning process gives students a good example, and students can use it to solve any other real-world problem. For instance, they can build a birdhouse by using the same process. On the other hand, the curriculum is not only beneficial for students, but also to those educators who are not as comfortable with naturally implementing STEM topics. The learning plan is a complete system with support educators implementing STEM education step by step. The teaching guide is separate in 4 lessons. Through this learning process, such as reading the storybook, learning background and vocabulary, and 5 steps for engineering design, teacher can easily begin to incorporate STEM area into their teaching process. However, there are still some parts that we really caution on. Firstly, it can be improved by adding more elements in the learning process. If the module not only based on science but also start with other project subjects such as history, art, and technology, it will push the lessons and activities to the next level and let it become a more interdisciplinary modules. Another part, in addition, the core of this book is try to let students solve the problem that Chivo faced, and same as other storybooks in this curriculum. If they can find some familiar books which students have already read, or a book which more easier for students to concentrate on, it will be more comfortable for students to start with, such as the ice cream course for sales. It's easier for students to understand, and this all of children they like ice cream, and it's easier to let them interested in this book. And also the 3 Little Pigs. Many of students learn these books in their early age. Another suggestion is the system is stereotype. Even though each step is clearly enough and students could become very familiar with the structure, students may realize all these modules have the same way and become bored with it. Since the lesson sessions are too long, the kids may not remember the first sessions they learned in the initial state when they are in the final sessions. So it try to change some steps to make the learning process more beneficial to different activities. They also can change them and simplify the step and use it in regular classroom. So that's all presentation we made. Thank you. Oh, Josephine still have some words.
There is important benefits such as they have additional resources and videos in the EII website. They also have they connected all the national standards and benchmarks very clearly, so the teachers are really can understand how the particular activity is connected with the standards and benchmarks. They also provided all the materials and how many quantities they required in a clear list. The teachers are not aware of technical words, so they have provided vocabulary for the technical words with page numbers, which is really very important. And also for the questions after every units, after every lessons, they also provided answer keys, which are really useful. Thank you.